Legend Mick Foley, and you are watching C-RadTV here, right here on YouTube. Have a nice day.
This is Cody Diener, and you are watching C-RadTV on YouTube. And just like Cody Diener, C-RadTV lives by two simple words. Just give her, yeah.
How's it going, guys? It's Brad C at a WWE Monday Night Raw review from April 29th. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we start off Raw with a moment of bliss with Alexa Bliss, and this is the special Money in the Bank edition. So Alexa goes on, she announces that at Money in the Bank there will be 2 ladder matches. One for the men's contract, which guarantees the winner will have a future WWE or Universal title opportunity of their choosing for the upcoming year. And a women's Money in the Bank ladder match, which guarantees the winner will have a Raw or SmackDown women's title opportunity of their choosing for the upcoming year. Alexa then goes on, she announces that for both ladder matches, there will be 4 competitors competing from Raw, and then 4 competitors competing from SmackDown. So Alexa goes on, she goes and names the men's participants, and the men's participants includes last year's winner Braun Strowman, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, and the 2017 winner, Baron Corbin. So, of course, all 4 come out. So, when Baron comes out, Alexa refuses to acknowledge Baron's list of accolades. So then Baron goes on and then says that his accolades can be a mouthful. And then Baron says after Money in the Bank, you can change one of them to 2-time Money in the Bank winner. So then Ricochet goes on and it says that Baron has the chance to then become a 2-time loser. Oh, I see what Ricochet did there. Because Baron Corbin's Money in the Bank cash-in, he held on to it for 58 days and then cashed in on the go-home SmackDown the SummerSlam. Lost to Jobber Mahal when Jobber Mahal was still WWE Champion. Honestly, Baron's failed cash-in, we have fuckboy Buckethead John Cena to thank for that one. So then Baron goes on and asks if Ricochet's mom let him out. Oh, look, little people jokes. Because Ricochet is a cruiserweight. Fuck off. So then Drew goes on and says that Baron has blown his opportunity. So then Baron goes on and starts making excuses for why he blew his Money in the Bank opportunity. Baron, if you're just gonna waste our time with excuses, don't waste mine. I don't want to fucking hear it. I'm not one to take excuses for an answer. So then Drew says that the power will be in his hands. And then Drew tells Ricochet to leave the big talk to the grown-ups. So then Drew and Baron go on and argue over strategy, where Drew says he's going to lay everybody out. And then Baron says while Drew does that, he's going to climb the ladder and take the briefcase. And then Drew accuses Baron of stealing his opportunities again. So they both go, of course, then the argument. And then Braun Strowman goes on and says that no one has what it takes to stop him. So then Braun and Ricochet go and they challenge Drew and Baron Corbin to an impromptu tag team match. So we get to the tag team match after a commercial break. Highlights of the match. Ricochet's moonsault was good along with his pump kick and missile drop kick. Ricochet's head scissor followed by a drop kick was also well done too. Baron's elbow in midair to counter a springboard crossbody. That was actually pretty good. I'll give Baron kudos for that. Drew's overhead back body drop was pretty good, but it was done during commercial break, so we couldn't see it in its entirety. Drew's Claymore outside the ring was pretty good too, along with his tilt-the-world backbreaker. Ricochet's front roll drop trick was pretty good too, along with his hammer splash. Along with Braun's hammer fist, followed by a splash in the corner. Drew's Glasgow kiss was good, leads to the match ending. So Drew goes on to tag himself in to go for the end of days. Ricochet counters. Drew then goes and attacks Baron Corbin. Drew then walks away and leaves Baron to fend for himself. Braun hits the running power slam on Baron Corbin. Ricochet then falls to the shooting star press on Baron. Ricochet gets the 3 count for the win. Honestly, I feel like Money in the Bank is going to be Drew McIntyre's babyface turn. Like, it looks like they're slowly hinting at a face turn. I don't know about you, it's looking like it's going that way. I don't know, we're just going to have to wait and see how this goes. So next up, we get a tag team match. We get the Usos, Jimmy and Jay versus the Good Brothers, a.k.a. The Club. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen him. Highlights of the match: Luke's head whip off the middle rope was good, along with his big boot. Jimmy's jawbreaker was good. The Club's double neck breaker back suplex combo was also good, along with Jimmy spinning enziguri. Jay's Samoan drop was good, along with his hip attack. Carl's spinebuster was good, along with Jimmy and Jay's super kick. The Usos' double super kick was good, along with Jay's suicide dive. Leads to the match ending. Jimmy hits the Uso splash on Luke Gallows. Jimmy Uso gets the 3 count for the win. But after the match, the Usos will then go on and they play a video they recorded backstage where they caught the Revival shaving, the Revival, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, shaving each other's backs. As Cleveland Brown would say, oh, that's nasty. Like, really? Did we really need to see 2 grown men shaving each other? Like, whoa. I thought this was supposed to be a PG show. What gives? Like, God, Dash. If you're into that stuff, just go get a room. There's no need to bring that shit here. Right? I will shut that shit down, no exceptions. So then the Revival, Scott Dawson, and Dash Wilder come out. Dash goes on and calls what the Usos did an invasion of privacy. And then Scott goes on and says that they are men. And they gotta keep their bodies nice and clean. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We did not need to know that last part. Alright? Keep it to yourself. Word of advice, keep it to yourself. So then Dash goes on and says that they got each other's backs. Whoa. We do not need to know this. This is just too much here. So then Dash says that they will come for them after tonight. After the Revival are done with their tag match against Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, the Raw Tag Team Champions. So then Usos finish it up by saying that the Revival will be welcomed into the Uso Penitentiary. So it looks like we're going to get Usos versus Revival soon for the next feud. So continuing on, next up we get a Miz TV segment with The Miz, and Miz's guest for this segment is Bobby Lashley, with no Leo Rush. Reason why Leo isn't with Bobby? Because they're keeping Leo backstage, because Leo has got some backstage heat. Because it turned out backstage, Leo Rush has been rubbing people the wrong way. And it's gotten to a point, too, where Vince McMahon is about ready to tell Leo to fuck off. Kind of like what happened to Big Cass. Big Cass is rubbing people the wrong way backstage, and Big Cass is promptly told to fuck off. I feel like Leo is probably about a month or so away from getting fired. I mean, we have yet to see the spring cleaning firings and releases. So, could Leo Rush's name be on the list soon? On the chopping block? We're gonna have to wait and see. But anyway, Miz goes on. He says that he's rejuvenated and ready for new challenges. So then when Bobby then comes out, Bobby goes on and says that he only answers the questions he likes. Well, that ruins the show. So Miz goes on and says that Bobby is in third person, and then Bobby then tells Miz to watch it. Uh-oh, we got a tough guy. We got a badass over here. Watch out, everybody. So then Miz says that people are speculating that Bobby isn't reaching his full potential. No, he isn't reaching his full potential because the McMahons have done almost everything to waste that potential. So then Bobby goes on and asks what the Miz has done. He didn't specify, is it his entire career or as of late? You gotta specify with that line, Bobby. So Miz goes on and says that they'd be here for a while if he lists his resume. It's not that long of a resume. Former WWE champion, former Money in the Bank winner, former 2-time United States champion, former 8-time Intercontinental champion, former 7-time Tag Team champion, former WrestleMania 27 main eventer, and movie star, and a gazillion fucking movies who are, fuck it, I'm not gonna name them all. And then Miz goes on and says that nobody questions Miz's potential. And then Bobby mentions Mania 35, where Miz lost to Shane McMahon. And then Shane beat up Miz's dad. And then Bobby goes on and says, no wonder Miz's dad thinks Miz is worthless. And then that would prompt the brawl, where Miz would then hit a boot to Bobby Lashley to stand tall. But of course, this would lead to an impromptu match made by Shane McMahon. So, highlights of the match: Bobby's vertical suplex is good, along with Miz's it kicks in the corner. Miz's knees in the corner was good, and then Shane McMahon would officially come out to, of course, watch and give a scouting report. So then, I'm continuing on. Miz's dropkick through the rope was good, along with his DDT and his it kicks. So then Shane goes on and says that he's the best. Oh, wait, wrong line. We're not there yet. So then this leads to our match ending, as Miz is getting ready to go for the skull-crushing finale. Shane would have put a picture of Miz's dad on the Titantron. Bobby would take advantage of the distraction to hit the spear on Miz. Bobby gets the 3 count for the win. So give an assist to Shane McMahon by distracting the Miz. But after the match, Shane would go on and attack the Miz for post-match assault. Miz would briefly fight back until the numbers game comes into play. Bobby goes and hits the choke slam on the Miz. Shane then goes and locks in the triangle hold on the Miz until Miz passes out. And then Shane goes on and says that he's the best in America. So continuing on, next up we get a tag team match. We get the Viking Raiders, Ivan and Eric. So it looks like we're actually going to stay with a name for once. We're not going to change it. Oh, right. Can we actually stay with this name for once? So they take on the Lucha House Party, Kalisto, Gran Metalik, and Lince Dorado. But before the match, as the Raiders are heading to the ring, Lucha House Party would attack the Viking Raiders from behind for a pre-match assault. Matchup would eventually get underway. Highlights of the match: Gran Sensagiri was good, along with a springboard missile dropkick. Ivar's cartwheel clothesline was good, and that athleticism from that big man is impressive. Eric's overhead slam was good, along with the War Raiders hip attack. Match ending, War Raiders hit the Viking Experience on Kalisto. Raiders get the 3 count for the win. But after the match, Lince would go and attack the War Raiders for post-match assault. And it was at that moment Lince knew he fucked up. So War Raiders would go on and hit the springboard heart attack clothesline on Lince Dorado, and the Viking Raiders reign supreme. So then next up, we get our women. We get another moment of bliss, the Money in the Bank edition, where Alexa Bliss would go on and announce the 4 women to compete for Raw in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. So Alexa announces participant number 1 is Natalya. Natalya comes out and then she says that everything will change after Money in the Bank. Yes, it will, Natalya. Thanks for stating the obvious. So Natalya announces that... Alexa announces that participant number 2 will be Dana Brooke. So Dana comes out, and Dana says it's her chance to jump the line. Oh, now you want to jump the line, hey? Oh, you're going to jump the line, all right. You're going to jump in the line to get your foot up, shoved up your virgin asshole at Money in the Bank. And there's 7 women that will gladly do that to you. So then Dana goes on and says that Natalya is being given every opportunity. And Natalya once again says that she has had to work for all her opportunities. So then Alexa goes on and says that there will be no arguments on her show. So Alexa trying to keep peace. So Alexa announces competitor number 3 to be Naomi. So then Naomi goes on and says that her goal is to become Raw Women's Champion. And Natalya says that they've all been waiting for an opportunity. So then Alexa goes and tries to stop the argument again and says that the women are worse than the men when it comes to getting along. And Alexa says that all 3 of those women should be ashamed of themselves. And then Alexa would announce the fourth participant, which would be herself. Yippee. So then Alexa goes and tells all three of them to leave so Alexa can have her moment. Naomi then goes and challenges Alexa to the match. But Alexa would initially decline because Alexa had the wrong pair of shoes on and the wrong attire. And then Naomi said that she could beat Alexa with or without shoes, and then says that Alexa must not be as good as she says she is. And then that's when Alexa decided to accept. So we then get the matchup after commercial break, but before we get to the matchup, we then get to the Firefly Shithouse segment with Bray Wyatt. Man, so much wasted potential in that segment, where Bray Wyatt was painting a picture of Sister Abigail burning in a house from that swamp. Bray, that house already burned down a long time ago. Randy Orton sort of fucking set the house on fire back in 2017. You're sort of late to the punch on that one, Bray. Good try, though. But yeah, there's so much wasted potential in that segment. Bray deserves better than that. Fuck my life. So next up, we get to the women's matchup between Naomi and Alexa Bliss. Highlights of the match. Alexa would try to tie her shoes, but Naomi would prevent it. Naomi's splits were pretty good along with her arm drag. Alexa's single leg sweep was good along with Naomi's jawbreaker. So match ending, Naomi would go for look like a Boston Crab. Alexa would counter by having her shoe slip off. So Alexa loses her shoe, Naomi throws him to the ground. Alexa would go to get her shoes. But while Alexa was doing that, Naomi would take advantage of the distraction. She'd hit the rear view on Alexa, followed by the splits moonsault. Naomi gets the 3 count for the win. Alexa, there were 2 solutions to your shoe problem. Actually, 3. We'll go over each solution. Solution number 1. Get some shoes that have no laces. Solution number 2. Grab a pair of scissors and trim the laces down so that you're not tripping over them. Plus, it decreases the chances of you tripping over the laces or them untying. Or solution number 3, just go in the ring barefoot. That works too. Like, you could also wear boots and have them Velcroed. You could do that also, Alexa. Just some suggestions. But Alexa will get to compete in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Of course, Alexa enters as the defending winner. Can Alexa go 2 in a row? We're gonna have to wait and see. So next up, we have Becky Lynch. She comes out to the ring. Becky Lynch goes on and says that when Becky was asked why she wanted to defend both titles, Becky says that the crowd chanting Becky 2 belts was the answer to that question, because she has 2 titles and has to defend both. So then Becky goes on and says that she likes to fight and she doesn't care about the odds. And then Becky says that she always defies the odds. Sadly, Becky, no you don't. You're not John Cena or Roman Reigns. You will never be the true odds defier. So continuing on, Becky goes on and says that she ain't holding the titles hostage unlike Charlotte Flair. And then Becky says that she has Charlotte's number. Becky then goes on and calls Lacey Evans a plank. I actually looked up plank on Irish slang. I found no real definition of it. I did find some interesting Irish slang. The word wagon means bitch in Irish. And the word cunt stands for cunt in Irish. And also fecker stands for fucker in Irish. Like, Becky, you could use some Irish slang to get away with saying some big girl words. Because I think if you swear in Irish, you could get away with it and not violating the PG laws. Because they would have to, because everyone else would have to go on Google and look up an Irish slang translator to find out what Becky said. So yeah, say Becky called Lacey Evans a wagon. She technically called Lacey Evans a bitch. By the way, I looked up dumbass. I got nothing. So yeah, it's just some Irish slang, Becky, you could use. In case you want to use some big girl words, you can find a loophole in the system. Oh, by the way, I looked up dope and I found nothing. So then Becky goes on and asks for Lacey Evans to come out to the ring. So then Lacey Evans' music hits. Lacey Evans comes out to the ring. Lacey goes on. She says that she's not going to lose her manners. And then Lacey says that Becky has learned nothing and that she's done talking. So then Lacey rips her skirt off and then goes right after of Becky Lynch. And a brawl would ensue. And both ladies would brawl until the refs and security guards would break it up. They would fail initially until they were able to break them up a second time. At first you don't succeed, try again. Because of course Becky Lynch has to defend the Raw and SmackDown women's titles against Lacey Evans and Charlotte Flair respectively. And from what I know, both those matches will be back to back. And it's going to be in Hartford, Connecticut. Too bad it's not in Houston, because then we can say, Houston, we had a problem. Now we can't. We have to say, Hartford, we have a problem. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. So continuing on, next up, we get a tag team match. We get Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, the Raw Tag Team Champions, against the Revival, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. Highlights of the match: Kurt's dropkick was good along with Dash's dropkick. Scott's leg and elbow drop was good along with his knee drop. Their strikes were also pretty good too. Revival's drop toe hold was good along with his elbow drop. Revival's leg drop was also good. So, Zack's neckbreaker was also good too. Match ending, Zack would run into the back of Scott's head. Scott would then go for the pin, but Zack would then counter with a roll-up. And Zack gets the 3 count for the win. Weirdest ending. What looked like initially a botch, Zack was able to rebound and take a pin counter. So yeah, interesting way to end the match, not gonna lie. So then next up after that, Sami Zayn then comes out to the ring. Oh boy, I wonder what Sami Zayn has to say about the WWE Universe. So then Sami goes on, he calls the WWE toxic prison walls. I see. So then Sami goes on and says that he has reconnected with himself. Please enlighten us how. Sami goes and says that he has learned psychology. And then Sami goes on and shows the definition of psychological entitlement. They actually had to show a Google definition on the screen. 1 out of 10. So then Sami goes on and says that the saying, the customer is always right, the business strategy, customer is always right, is a lie. Wait, Sami, you told me I've been living a lie my entire life? Fuck, there were so many arguments I had that I could have won. Damn. So then Sami goes on and says that Kentucky won't understand what he's talking about because they're at the University of Kentucky last night. So then Sami goes on and says that everyone demands to have everything handed to them. Not me. I actually have to fucking work hard for a living. Unless you're a PC millennial, I guess. So Sami goes on and says that everyone throws fits if they don't get their way. Yeah, if you're a fucking 10-year-old. So then Sami goes on and said that he made a 5-year-old cry at the airport. You made a child cry? You ass. I can't believe you made a little kid cry. Shame on you. Shame this man. Shame. Shame. So then Sami goes on and says that he doesn't owe anybody a damn thing. And then Sami says the fans will get what Sami gives them. And then Sami goes on, he mocks all the people that told him to quit WWE. Honestly, Sami, you should quit. Your talents have been wasted here. Leave and go join a real company. The WWE does not deserve you. And then Sami goes on and says that quitting WWE would be an amazing feeling. Well then do it. Just do it. Save yourself. As Shia LaBeouf would say, don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it. But then Sami goes on and says that holding the WWE Universe hostage is more amazing. So Sami Zayn still thinks the fans are what's running this company to the ground. Sami, it's not the fans' fault that this company is a poorly run car crash. How many times are we going to have this conversation? God damn it. So then Sammy goes on and says the WWE Universe is drunk with power. What the fuck are you talking about? Last I checked, the WWE Universe was not the ones running this company. The one that's running this company is Vince McMahon, not the WWE Universe. Where the fuck did you get that shit? What, that segment back in December where Triple H said the fans are the authority? Bitch, please. McMahons were talking out of their ass. They only said that to try and calm us down. And that failed. Since Sammy says that he will take the power back from the WWE Universe. What power are you taking back? The WWE Universe had no power to begin with. Damn it, Sammy. If you want to take the power back, then go after Vince McMahon. God damn it. So then next up, we get to our main event, which is the United States Champion Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. So before the match, Samoa Joe grab a mic and say that Rey's son is ashamed of Rey. And then Joe says Rey would have got Dominic, his son, a match to hide his shame if he was a real father. So then Joe goes on and says that a reckoning is coming tonight. So we get to the matchup, highlights of the match. Joe's strikes were pretty good along with his drop kick through the rope. Joe's power slam was good along with his Rey's seated senton and his low drop kick. Rey's tornado DDT was good along with his 2 Hurricane Ranas. Rey's 619 was good. Samoa Joe's Uranagi was also good. Leads to the match ending. Rey Mysterio rolls up Samoa Joe. Rey gets the 3 count for the win. So Rey now builds momentum as it looks like these two will be battling for the U.S. title at Money in the Bank. So then after the match, Rey Mysterio's son Dominic comes out from backstage and comes celebrate with Rey. So the father gets to celebrate with his son on the stage. But hold up, we ain't done yet because we have a segment to go through. So to end off the show, we have the Universal title contract signing between Universal Champion Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. So both men come out, of course. AJ goes on, he says that he's proud of how he was treated on SmackDown. Yeah, because you're gonna get wasted on Raw. So then AJ goes on and says that Raw is where the real competition is at. Actually, AEW is where the real competition will be at. And Ring of Honor. And New Japan. So then AJ goes on and says that he wants the Universal title. Well, just beat AJ Styles at Money in the Bank and you got your wish. So then AJ goes on, he calls Seth a winner. And then of course AJ goes on and talks about how a lot of people have compared Seth to AJ Styles. I mean, they're both pretty similar in size. Hell, Seth Rollins faced AJ Styles in an indie match when Seth was only 19. And gave AJ the match of his life. So we're getting a rematch from a match from 10 years ago. So then AJ goes on and says that Seth will never beat AJ Styles. I mean, he is technically right. Because why be another AJ Styles when Seth Rollins could be the one, the only, Seth fucking Rollins. So then Seth goes on and says that he wants to be the first Seth effing Rollins. Damn it, Seth, I literally just said that. So then Seth goes on and says that things are run differently on Raw than it was on SmackDown. Seth goes on and says that this isn't the house that AJ Styles built, and that this is Monday Night Rollins. And then Seth goes on and says that AJ has to do better than phenomenal to succeed on Monday Night Raw. Now, you can probably just half-ass and that you can call it a night. So then AJ says that they'll burn it down at Money in the Bank, but AJ will build it back up. And then AJ goes on and says that the Shield ain't here anymore. Yes, the Shield will officially be no more. Because Dean Ambrose is officially gone. He is officially done with the company and is probably not coming back for a while. Declining all that money. I think I've heard it's like health reasons or whatnot. But honestly, Dean, if you do go to indie companies, hopefully you do well in the indies like Cody Rhodes did, and many others. So then AJ goes on and says that Seth doesn't have much left in the tank. And then AJ goes on and says that he's the bulldog nipping at the heels and will latch on to Seth's ankle at Money in the Bank. So then Seth goes on and says that he loves to burn things down. And then Seth says that he's done the one thing AJ's never done. Beat Brock Lesnar. So Seth goes on and says that AJ can ask Lesnar how Seth is holding up. So then Seth says he'll be at his best at Money in the Bank. So then both men sign the contract. AJ then grabs the WWE Universal title. Seth then rips it right out of his hands. Both men go face to face. A brawl would ensue. Seth would get the upper hand, but AJ would counter. AJ hits the phenomenal forearm on Seth that sends Seth to the table. And AJ Styles is the one standing tall, as that is how we end Raw. So overall, another mess show. Like, it's crazy how Raw can all of a sudden be good. Or at least come close to it when we have actual talent on the show. But yeah, it was actually wasn't too terrible of an episode. So Raw rating, 5 out of 10. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for the Raw review. Not much else to say. Dean Ambrose is officially gone. Who will take his spot? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, hope everyone has a great day, and yeah, peace out.